A woman that touches my soul now. Don't touch me now. Oh, baby, just a little bit tired.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A second IRS whistleblower tells Congress the Justice Department protected President Biden's son, Hunter.
House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer said he had facts on what millions of dollars to the president's family could buy.
Influence and access.
Democrat Jamie Raskin argued Hunter Biden got no passes,
but arguably selectively tougher treatment than the millions of the people who never face criminal investigation for doing the same thing.
Hunter Biden has struck a deal to plead guilty to tax charges.
Fox's Kunal Scott. The Swedish embassy in Iraq is set on fire.
Dozens of men broke into the compound overnight. They're angry at plans for a protest in the Swedish capital, Stockholm, where a copy of the Quran is expected to be burned.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. There's one winning Powerball ticket sold in Los Angeles for the more than $1 billion jackpot. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And a good Thursday morning to you. I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And by the way, that $1 billion jackpot ticket sold in Los Angeles. I flew out there earlier this week and I bought a ticket, and I will tell all of y'all right now, I'm not the winner.
Well, I hope whoever has the ticket accidentally threw it away or something.
God, that would be awful.
That would be terrible.
If I had a ticket for this, I wouldn't throw that one away, and I wouldn't misplace it. I'd put it right there where I could find it. Nobody else could. Under lock and key and protected by a whole bunch of friends of mine.
Could you imagine? It would be like, honey, where's that ticket? Where's that ticket? Tearing the house up, tearing the car up.
You did what?
Finding it.
You did what?
Finding it in the laundry.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Well,
nightmares.
Anyway. Good morning. Hope all of y'all are doing fine, and hope you recovered from yesterday's melee. I'm not sure whether the melee that I'm talking about is the one that was in Congress yesterday that I watched for about an hour, and I'm like, holy moly, or the monster that's about to be unleashed here in Onslow County, or whether the severe weather that rolled through eastern North Carolina last night was the good gracious.
Oh,
what
it was
a mess.
The wind was so bad at my house that my front windows, I have a covered porch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rain was actually hitting the windows, and I was like, wow.
Sideways rain.
Yes.
But we got by lucky earlier in the day at about noon, shortly after noon, an EF3 tornado with the winds of 150 miles per hour touched down to our north in the early afternoon. A bunch of homes were damaged.
Yes.
There were reports of injuries in a couple of counties. Edgecombe County had 2 with life-threatening injuries as of yesterday. Another one injured. Trees down, homes and businesses damaged. I think 89 homes and businesses in Nash County, the Rocky Mount area. So anyway, in Onslow County had reports last night on the amateur radio network out of the Richlands area of a number of trees that were down in the Richlands and Catherine's Lake area. So,
there's like a path that goes through the Catherine Lake Richlands area. It crosses over Half Moon.
No immediate reports of any injury. So
we're very lucky, very grateful.
If any of you folks had anything other than just rain, thunder, lightning, and some wind to report, if you've got any damage or know of any damage in the area, please give us a call, because there's a little very scarce information out there this morning.
Right. Send us some pictures.
910-333-0139. 910-333-0139.
Well, you talk about things happening. We no sooner left the studio yesterday and havoc broke out.
That fan got filled up so fast. with stuff, and it was flying everywhere.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We got reports good immediately. Lee did, though, initially, of the resignation email and few phone calls that the county manager had sent out to all of the county employees, all the county managers, other county supervisors, department heads, as well as all of the 7 county commissioners. Personal phone calls were made to those folks,
Yes.
the commissioners, that she was resigning effective October this year. I don't know in her resignation letter, because I haven't seen it, whether she listed a reason or not, but became fairly obvious over the past month that things were not getting any better, in spite of a censure of one of the county commissioners by a majority of the other commissioners. Walter Scott's the person, in case all of y'all are still wondering who it is. Commissioner Scott has been on the board now. This is his first term. If he runs for a second term, he'll be filing next year. Don't know. He's catching a lot of flack online and elsewhere, and the commissioners, the other commissioners, if I call them livid, is that too light, or is that too harsh a term?
I would say that's probably just being PC at the moment,
Okay.
because I think it went beyond livid with a few of them.
I've talked to several, and I've seen messages and notes posted, including on our Facebook page, by former commission chairman.
Yes.
And I think livid is a very mild term, but it's very accurate on the low key side of this whole mess. And I'm Sharon Griffin, been around for what, 5 years now?
6 years,
6 years.
total. Yes.
Yeah, 6 years, including 2 years as an assistant county manager or deputy county manager, whatever the title was during that time. She took over just in time for a Florence to come through, and then just in time for a pandemic to hit us. And her goal was to get the fund balance up, which has increased
Which she has.
tremendously.
I think it's the best we've ever been.
It is. We're in the best shape the county's ever been financially. She's been criticized openly, and she says harassed.
Well, when you get texts at 5 a.m. in the morning saying, I need this, I need that, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Let me explain this. I don't know how many times I have to explain it, but as a sitting county commissioner, you're one of 7. And as one of 7, as an individual, you have no more authority to demand anything than I do. Okay?
That's right.
And if you think that at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to demand of our county manager this, and this, and this, that ain't going to happen.
There's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Work hours. After that, unless it's an emergency, everyone needs to go home and do their own thing.
Yep. Go plant your garden and go work in your fields, or go, twiddle your thumbs. I don't care.
We don't text you at 5 a.m.
No.
We don't text you at all.
No, we haven't. I
Right.
did yesterday, but
Right.
that was during the daylight hours.
County manager, that's an extremely stressful job because you have a lot of responsibility on your
You got
shoulder.
the entire county.
Yes, you do.
That depends on you. Plus, you have to answer to 7 people right up front.
Right.
So, and then you've got to control all of the supervisors, entire county work for you. Okay, their employees work for their supervisors, but ultimately you're responsible for all of that stuff. If it hits the fan, then it's your responsibility. The buck stops there. I understand that.
Right. And dealing with all the personalities.
Yes.
That's not easy to do.
No.
Because even though you try to treat everyone the same, you necessarily can't treat everyone the same.
Well, not everybody is the same.
That's
and I'll tell
right.
you what, not everybody. I was a manager, but I had a grand total of 45, 4 or 5 people working for me.
Right.
I have no idea how many she's got. I had 4 or 5, 45. That's it.
Right.
That was enough.
Right.
I couldn't
Yeah.
take care of all of them.
I had
to
about 60 something.
but I had to get other people who were department heads or division heads. I was a department head, but I had to get other people who worked for me as supervisors
Right.
to take care of other area. There's no way one person can do it all,
No,
even with just 45 people.
you have to rely on people below you,
Yes.
like your department heads that control their departments, that lead their departments, that are there and reporting back to you. I mean, but ultimately, like you said, it rests on your shoulders, everything.
And not everybody who works for you or works for your department or works for the county or whatever, not everybody is suited for a position.
That's right.
At some point in time, some of them have to go. That's
Right.
life. That's just the way things are. I don't know any of the inner workings of what went down, but I'm sure we're going to hear about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yep. And come October, it could be a really nice tell-all.
That's right. It's going to
If
show at the
nothing else.
polls.
Good morning. Who's this?
It's Mike.
Hey, Mike. What's up?
Hey, nothing. I just wanted to comment on what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
I was just wondering if, I hear everybody jumping to the county manager's defense, but you guys talk to any of the employees, like, what are their opinions of her?
Yes, I have.
How she's been running it? Because, she's not responsible for the budget. All she's responsible for is taking the budget that the CFO puts together, and she runs it to the commissioners. She actually knows nothing about the budget.
I'm not sure that I agree.
Before I jumped on a bandwagon, and you guys are all over Walter Scott, and I don't really see him going to the administration with questions that are just out of thin air. There's probably some questionable things that have been going on with the finances.
You say there probably are, or do you know something, or are you just speculating?
No, I'm telling you that people don't just dream things up and start harassing people. You know what I mean?
Do you know something, or are you speculating?
The county hasn't been in shambles, Rayford. We had Jeff Hudson running the county at one time, did a great job. David Cotton did a pretty good job. We got hit with Florence, and then he resigned, and then Sharon comes in. So what I'm telling you guys is that she's not the county. There's 2,000 employees that run the county. She doesn't run the county. The county's going to be just fine when she leaves.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that at all.
Why are we coming on the radio and turning this political?
Because it is political.
It's not political. Walter Scott probably thinks some questionable things, and he's asking questions, and they don't want to be questioned about it. What's the problem with that? I'd like to know I'd like to know all the details of what's going on.
Because he has yet to produce.
Asking questions.
What questions are questionable? What questions has he asked?
Obviously, he's asking about finances. He's all the way up in the administration office, right?
Well, not necessarily.
He's not down there asking the guys that are working at the landfill questions. You know what I mean? He's wanting to know about the money.
He did
What's wrong
ask
with that?
questions at the landfill.
And is that what is that what an individual county commissioner should do? Is to go out to the employees, individual employees.
Well, Rayford, if he can't get a straight answer out of their people running their department, who else should you ask?
He's not supposed. You're
going to get your clearest picture from your groundwork,
as an
not your administrator.
As an
Your
individual.
administrator is pretty clueless as to what's really going on the ground.
You're hard to interrupt there, aren't you? As an individual county commissioner, he has zero power. That should be taken up with the other 6 county commissioners. And then as a group, if they see as a majority, if they see if there are questions, then it would be up to them to make sure that those questions are answered.
Yeah, but what if they have a click going on and you can't get it?
What if? Oh, there's that 2 words that I just love. What if the sun never comes up again? What if?
Rayford, you're not going to tell me there's not a click going on in that commissioner's office.
Oh,
Come
God.
on.
Have you seen some of the votes that are there? Some of the contingent that's there?
Yes, the votes are very divided.
They're not always divided the same way.
Do we have 7?
I'm sorry, say again?
And 5 of them are commissioners that your show is pushed for.
I'm not pushing for 5 of them.
Yes, you do. Come on, Rayford. I mean,
We have
that's
invited
our
Walter so many times to come on this show
And he's,
because he
refused.
keeps telling us he has a book of wrongdoings that would blow this county wide open. And this has been going on for over a year. And we give him every opportunity to come on and he won't do it. If there's so much wrong, why not produce it so we can fix it?
Nothing wrong. Why is she quitting?
At some, I will tell you, I've been in that situation before. And at some point in time, when you get more than you can stand for some idiot who's in charge, then you are going to resign.
So one guy is running her out of the office. Don't buy it.
Okay, you don't have to buy it.
There's more going on than what you guys are reporting.
You don't have to buy it.
There's way more to this story than what you
Well,
guys
we
are
have
reporting.
given him every opportunity to come on and tell his side of the story, and he won't do it. But yet he says he's got a book of misdoings in the county, but yet he has yet to produce it to anyone. And so I'm saying we'll give him his fair chance. We don't mind, do we, Rayford?
Not at
Come
all.
on, bring it on. We've told him to his face.
I'm not sticking up for the man either. I'd like to hear what he has to say.
2 weeks
don't
ago,
like
I
to-
talked to him at the ball
But
game.
he's resigning.
I told him, come on the show, bring it with him. We'll let him talk.
I'd like to hear both sides.
Yes.
Like
Well,
you said, he won't come on and she's resigning. So there's a lot more to this than what we know.
we've given him every opportunity, but he wants to talk about it, but he doesn't want to come on and actually show his proof or talk about it. And this has been happening for well over a year now.
Has she come on and explained the accusations that he's put out there?
She's done it publicly in meetings.
So again, why is she resigning?
I think she's just to the point. She's had enough. Can't blame her.
It's all just bull crap and Walter Scott's crazy. Why is Sharon Russell resigning? That's my question.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more to this.
No doubt we're going to hear a whole lot more about it, guaranteed.
Yes,
And
definitely.
there's a lot more from, I mean, there's more to this than just Walter Scott being a jerk. There's a lot more to this than that.
All right, we'll wait and see.
Yes. Thanks.
Got another caller.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Rayford, Lee, Joe McLaughlin.
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joseph, how are you, sir? What's up?
I'm doing good. So, jumping in with the resignation of the county manager, has she issued a statement or
Nope.
a letter? What's her stated reason for leaving?
Well, I don't know. We don't have the letter of resignation.
If there is one, it's a public record. So here's the tell. I mean, if she resigns and then hires a lawyer to sue the county, then she wouldn't go to that expense unless she had a pretty good case for whatever she claims the problem is.
Uh-huh.
But if she just goes away quietly, then that says something else.
Well,
But I want to push back on your comment about what an individual commissioner can and cannot do. I mean, commissioners are elected to oversee, participate in actions with the board, and then to ask questions. And
as a member of the board, yes, but not go out and harass people on their job. Whether it's
absolutely not. Yeah, you should not be going to workspaces at all. But in terms of asking questions, I was asking questions, and the staff started to push back a little bit, and so we instituted a protocol where if I wanted information, whatever that answer was given to all members of the board, so everybody had the same set of information. But So let's see what's put out in the public domain. If she hires a lawyer and sues the county for hostile environment, that's one situation. And if she goes away quietly and appears somewhere else, that sends a different message.
Well, and you know what? Some people, depends upon what the personality is. I don't see that she would be filing a suit against the county. I don't know that she would file a suit against an individual. The personality that I've come to know, and I don't know her that well. We've had her on the air 3 or 4 times in here, and that's about it. Over the last 6 years, 5 years, 4 years since she's been manager. But I see her. This is my take on her. If I could find myself another job without carrying this mess with me, without raising a whole lot of stink, and I go find myself a job that's going to pay me and give me peace of mind and pay me the same salary or more, and quietly and be able to work and do things the way that I'm hired to do them, then I probably would not say anything.
Yeah, I understand that, and I would do the same thing. Me personally, she's a licensed attorney. I mean, she's got work, but to walk away from all the stress, I can understand that and just be done with it.
At some point in time, things are just not worth the aggravation.
Plus, the fact you have to realize that if she chose to do an EEO or a hostile work environment, place lawsuit, whatever, she's got that on her whenever she goes to another
that's
job.
The first thing that's going to happen. They're going to use that against her.
Yes, unfortunately.
In any event, it's the appearance of turmoil at the county top echelons, and the elected commissioners should comment publicly on what's going on, as opposed to hiding behind an investigation or a personnel matter.
Oh, I think that will happen. Let me explain to you what's getting ready to occur. We're probably going to have a couple of phone calls this morning during the 7:30 hour. I know we're going to have next week. The first opportunity I could get the chairman and the vice chairman together to get in here will be next Wednesday. And I forgot what time it is, but they're coming in at 8 o'clock next Wednesday. So they're going to be in here. Now I have time I will then have time to do my thing. And we know what my thing is, don't we?
Yeah. The people can handle the truth, and we deserve and should get some transparency.
Absolutely.
Joe, speaking of transparency, you have any announcements for us?
There's been a filing for Ward 4 in Jacksonville. Retired Marine Juan Beltran has filed for the Ward 4 seat, and he'll be going up against the incumbent Dr. Angelia Washington. It's going to be a first for Jacksonville since the institution of the new ward system 30 years ago. You have Mr. Beltran lives aboard Camp Lejeune, and will compete for the votes there against Miss Washington that lives off base in the area off base.
Yeah, this will be the absolute very firstest of the whole situation. Yeah.
Right. Well, so what are you going to do, or what's your future plans?
Yeah, Joe.
We want to know.
Still looking at the options. No commitments yet.
Okay.
Well,
we expect to be first.
Get them commissioners on the radio.
They're going to be
find
here.
out what's going on, because
they will be here.
Thanks,
will be
Joe.
here. We're working on it. That was a day-long event yesterday, Joe. Trust me. Let's take a break, do some weather. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Weather's next.
Hey, this is Chris Rader from Sports Talk. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. as we have our guest this week, Dave Miller, athletic director and men's soccer coach at Jacksonville High School, talking about his final season as men's soccer coach. Also have co-host Ashley Mosley in the studio. We're talking about soccer and, yes, high school football approaches on Freedom 97.1 FM, 1120 AM, WSME.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emo wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ Signature Stack Burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Each machine features a strong deck with a variety of sizes available, designed to deliver a premium cut. An assortment of attachments and accessories, sold separately, allow you to use your mower for more than just cutting grass. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Endurance Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Barrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Barrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under-market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Hey, this is Dave Miller, Jacksonville High School Athletic Director. Promoting the Jacksonville High School Booster Club Cardinal Night. It's July 28th at 6 p.m. at the Rustic Barn on Gum Branch Road. Grand prize is a golf cart donated by Swinging Things. Other prizes include a $5,000 gift certificate from Armstrong and Tant Dentistry and a photography package from Shapiro Productions. Tickets are $100, includes dinner for 2 from Mill the Islands Catering. Come out and support Jacksonville High School Cardinals Athletics.
To secure your tickets today, head to the Jacksonville High School Booster Club Facebook page.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Yeah, that Jacksonville High School Booster Facebook page. It's a good thing because, high school, let's see, today
Football.
is 20th, less than a month.
Yes, they're out there practicing.
Yeah, they
already.
are. Huh?
In
It's
this
hot.
heat.
I wouldn't want to be out there. Good for them. They do it early. That's the
I
smart
need to
thing.
get a new Jacksonville Cardinals shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to find you some.
Let's see. Tideline Marine, they're opening their doors in 1 hour. Okay. They'll be open at 8:30 this morning until 5 o'clock this afternoon. And come on down. Today is Thursday, right?
Yes, it
I'll be
is.
there at 10 o'clock-ish and probably a little early, maybe a little late. Who knows? Depends on what kind of mood I'm in at the time. I'm just kidding, George. Tideline's going to open their doors. They've got all sorts of specials. And looking at doing some real special stuff there with the Aloha boats and the Aqua Sports. And, of course, they got Lund boats as well if you need a smaller boat. But those Aloha pontoon boats. If I was going to get me another boat to add to the fleet, that is what I would do.
Those are nice boats.
They're way beyond nice. They are plush. I mean, I would have to take my shoes off to get aboard, and I have to wear clean clothes. And because just the upholstery, the seating in those things is plusher than anything I've got in this house.
Yeah.
Period. Bottom line. And we got comfortable furniture around here. Those things are plush and comfortable. I got a chance to drive one, and they drive like a real boat, and they speed. They zip right along across the open water. So that's something you may want to give a look out to and give a shout out to, and run on by Tideline today in about an hour and ask to take a look at those boats. They got 2 of those in stock, and you would do yourself a lot of good. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Winds out of the west today, 10 to 15 knots, becoming southwesterly 15 to 20 in the afternoon. 2 to 4 footers, dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds in rivers of moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon. Tomorrow, the westerly winds 15 to 20, gust at 25, diminishing to 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5, dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds in rivers choppy, diminishing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. And on Saturday, westerly winds around 10 knots, seas 3 to 4, sounds in rivers a light chop.
And today we have a chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Partly sunny with a high near 92. Heat index values as high as 102. Tonight, 50% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy with the low around 74. Southwest wind 6 to 9. Friday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 94. Heat index values as high as 102. And Saturday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 89. We have a cold front coming in.
I got to get me a jacket out there. Good morning. Who's this?
Timmy.
Oh, it's the Donkey Man this morning.
Hello, Hee Haw. What's up?
Hee Haw, it's the Hee Haw clan running around here. I heard about the situation yesterday a little bit. I got a little bit on why, and I just wanted to say it, and I know she's probably not listening early. I used to be the type of person you couldn't run me off to nowhere because I would battle you, but I've gotten older, and just like my current situation, I left. You can't fight them, leave. And the reason she's leaving is not actually known yet as far as
that's right.
Down, but if she wants to leave for a better opportunity, I'm all for it. If she wants to leave to be a wife, a mother, or just, take some time off, I'm all for it. Different than that. I mean, she's done a great job. There's been some things that I have disagreed with, but that's me. She's not here to satisfy me 100% of the time, and none of the county commissioners are either. And I always let that be known on this radio station. They're there to do a job. And like you have said, the county commissioners by themselves have no power. And you can ask, anybody can walk in there to the county manager's office and ask a question. Whether you get an answer or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have had a couple of questions I would like to have asked her, but I'm not going in there to bother her because the county manager's job with all these employees, and she's in charge. She's in charge. The only people she has above her are the county commissioners and the voters. That's just going to say that. And the voters speak every few years. The thing about it is, if you say anybody is harassing her, and they shouldn't be, and I know all about water, and this, I've known water for you a whole lot longer than most of these people have. You don't need to do certain things you do. And one of the biggest things, leave people the heck alone. I mean, he got out there and he became county commissioner, put a light bar on his vehicle. Now, folks, anybody can go buy an amber light bar and put it on your personal vehicle. Anybody. They're for sale. You can't put blue. You can't put red unless you're an first responder or something like that. But you can put amber all day long. And then the dumb fool went to a car wash and tore it off. Now, that's real car. But getting back to the whole thing, all I've heard is about this book. He sounds just like Sean Hannity. I've got sources that tell me this. And well, where are they at? I want to hear, are you waiting for the right time? When is the right time? And I just want to know. I mean, but if she's leaving because of him, I'm one upset human being over that now. And I just want to come in and voice that this morning. But now, if she wants to leave for a better opportunity, I'm all for it. I think and like I say again, Sherry, if you're listening, I think you've done a great job. You have caught hell with Hurricane Florence. And you have caught hell with these buildings and stuff like that, with the black mold situation, and have to move everybody out of the, most of the people out of the senior services building. You've caught flack over that. You've caught flack over other things, and I have even given you flack over that. Not you personally. It was the county manager's office. And I tell people, when you talk to people at the county manager's office, and I've told this too, and I won't interrupt, anybody that says anything that comes from the county manager's office, they automatically say it's from her. It may not be from her, but anybody underneath her does not need to say anything unless it's approved by her. But people talk, and people open up their mouths sometimes, like I do. But I want to tell her good luck to her if she wants. I wish she wouldn't go, but if she's going, and I know she's talented, she's an attorney. Do what she wants to do. But I just want to throw my 2 cents out there. And like I say, I've been in similar situations, and I just turn around and I tell you what, you can have it.
That's my point. There comes a time, there's a breaking point that when, is this worth it?
Yeah.
And then I say no, and then I move on. And I do make it just as simple as that. I don't raise a lot of stink generally, but I just move on.
I mean, I get people jump on me. Why did you take a job all the way down to Wilmington, North Carolina, and you drive an hour and a half to work every morning? Why did you leave Jacksonville and do that? Well, I'll tell you why. I was in a situation that I couldn't fix, and I was given the opportunity to come down, and I was given a package to get me down here.
Yep.
They wanted me down here. And I could have got a job somewhere else, but I chose this one, and I am very, very happy. Now I'm running old school trucking a whole lot, back to what I used to do way back years ago.
Back when it was fun.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Yes, back when that's exactly right, Rayford. Back when it was fun.
I can relate.
It's fun again. Yeah. But I wanted to throw it out there. And Sherry, I know you may not be listening, but if you need me, and I ain't nobody. I ain't worth dog fuck in the backyard. But if you need me, I'm fine. But as far as if it is because of Walter Scott, you folks out there that voted on him, this is yours. You can be happy about her leaving, or you can be sad about her leaving. But you got to understand, she's not there to satisfy everybody in the county. She's there to do a job. And I think all in all, over the outlook, I think she's done a great job.
All right, Timmy, couldn't have said it better.
That's what I want to say.
Thanks,
all right,
Tim.
y'all, I'm gonna get off here.
Thank you, sir.
I got work to do. I won't be able to get to hear the rest of the program, but y'all do what you got to do. And
all right.
Bye.
Bye. You're live in Local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
you're a biker or motorcycle enthusiast and love the mountains of North Carolina, then the Clarkton Motel in beautiful Maggie Valley, North Carolina, in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, is the place for you. You see, the Clarkton Motel is biker owned and offers bike tours through some of the most beautiful and breathtaking scenery in the world. While visiting, you may want to visit the Wheels Through Time Museum. Wheels Through Time is home to the world's premier collection of rare American vintage motorcycles and houses over 300 of America's rarest and most historic classic motorcycles, including the likes of Harley-Davidson, Indian, Excelsior, Henderson, and many more. The Clarkton Motel has a pool, kitchens, and king and queen size beds are available and offers Sunday through Thursday discounts. That's the Clarkton Motel, 1527 Soco Road, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. For reservations, phone 1-800-787-6998. Visit www.motorcyclefriendlymotel.com.
This is Bill from Bill Cycle Salvage in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I approve this message.
When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic Beach area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Plantation, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Staughton Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2872. Online at watsonmatthews.com.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggy Wiggy store, where good things cost less. Down home down the street on the Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville and Main Street, Maysville. Half-cut, boneless ribeye loins, just $8.99 a pound. Fresh ground round is only $4.79 a pound. How about St. Louis-style ribs, just $1.99 a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1. How about a jumbo pack size fryer wings, just $2.29 a pound? And you get a 2-pound package of bright leaf hot dogs for just $8.99. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only the finest certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, you get 2 pints of ruby grape tomatoes for just $4. Navel oranges are only 59 cents each. Tropical mangoes are only 99 cents each. How about a 3-pound bag of red sweet onions for just $4.99? Yellow or zucchini squash is only $1.99 a pound. Tart California lemons, only 59 cents each. And crisp green cabbage is only 69 cents a pound. And you get 2 2-liter size Cokes or Sprites for just $4. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we've covered the storms and we've covered the Onslow County governmental mess right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to Washington.
Oh.
I got a chance to watch yesterday for a bit. What a mess in the congressional inquiry into the Biden family's confusing sources of income. That's the best way I can put it. Confusing sources of income, $17 million. Confusing 2 IRS whistleblowers. Now, they're not down there as low-level people. One's an investigator, one's a boss of this investigator.
Right.
They both have come forward. They had been assigned to investigate the financial sources with special attention to money from several foreign countries were straightforward, claimed that their superiors told them that while they and prosecutors thought the evidence they uncovered was credible, that there would be nothing that they would prosecute. Orders from headquarters. IRS whistleblower Gary Shapley confirmed Wednesday that U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Matthew Graves, who donated to President Biden's 2020 presidential campaign, refused to bring charges against Hunter Biden for tax evasion, in spite of all of the evidence that they presented. The Justice Department allowed the president's political appointees to weigh in on whether to charge the president's son. Shapley told the heated House Oversight Committee hearing yesterday, looking into allegations the Department of Justice politically interfered with an investigation into Hunter Biden. He continued, after U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Matthew Graves, appointed by President Biden, refused to bring charges on March in 2022, I watched U.S. Attorney David Weiss tell a room full of senior FBI and IRS senior leaders in October of that year, like 7 months later, that he was not the deciding person on whether charges were filed. That's in contradiction to what he has claimed, that he said in the past he was the man that would make that decision. No, he was not. He then claimed that I was not going to be the one because they wouldn't let me. The House probe is centered around Shapley and fellow whistleblower Joseph Ziegler's claim that there was a pattern of slow-walking investigative steps into Hunter Biden, which included instructions not to speak with him at his residence, tipping the president's son and staff off about the ongoing efforts, and delaying enforcement actions in the months before the 2020 presidential election. And that included this mysterious laptop that they had been seized, that was in custody as evidence that nobody was allowed to look at, including the IRS investigators and the FBI agents investigating. They would not allow that until well after the 2020 elections.
Yeah,
And that's just been opened up.
Yes.
2 years after the election. The
Has-
two agents were assigned to the federal investigation into Hunter's tax and gun charges. Biden, of course, ultimately pleaded guilty to the misdemeanor tax offenses as part of an agreement with federal prosecutors in a lenient deal that prompted criticism from Republican lawmakers, and he pleaded guilty to the gun charge. But that is going to be wiped off the books as long as he maintains that he's doing everything right. That will not go against his permanent record, basically, is what that means. It's going to go away.
Doesn't it raise your blood pressure watching those hearings?
Yeah.
I've watched quite a few of them.
Yeah. I don't normally watch them. I had some time
know you
yesterday because I
don't.
was waiting for a call, and we're doing all this other stuff too. And I sat there and turned the boob tube on, so I got a chance to watch it.
Right.
And I saw a bunch of boobs up there. What a
Clowns.
really? You've got to be
Yes.
kidding me.
And you can tell everything while watching these hearings is all strictly political.
Absolutely. You got one side, the Republicans on this
Mhm.
side asking questions and saying, oh, you're the greatest thing since sliced white bread, Mr. Whistleblower. You got
Yes.
the Democrats on this side saying, why should we even believe you? The best person up there, remove political partisanship elsewhere, was Jim Jordan.
Now he's
As a
force.
prosecutor, as a
Yes.
trained
Mhm.
interrogator, he brought out, these are the facts. 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5 bullet points all the way through. Is this true, Mr. Shapley? Is this true, Mr. Ziegler? Is this true? Explain
He's-
this.
He's right on
What?
top
And he
of it.
brought out every piece of evidence that, a blind man could have seen justice in
I
that.
didn't watch it yesterday. I almost switched over,
Mm.
but I was just took some medicine and went to sleep. I've been dealing with a bad back all week.
Yeah.
But was he wearing his yellow tie?
I didn't pay any attention to that. Do you
It's
think
the first thing I look at
men
now.
don't
Since,
men don't care what men wear?
ever since Theo called about that yellow tie, it's the first thing I look to see.
Men
if
don't
Jim's
care
wearing a yellow
what men
tie.
wear.
Well, I have a lot of respect for Jim Jordan, and he's a fierce interrogator.
Oh my God! They just should make him a special prosecutor. And why didn't they assign the guy from Delaware to be a special prosecutor for this whole mess because basically he was useless.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The U.S. attorney in Delaware. Why Delaware? He's a Biden appointee. I mean, a Trump appointee, but why Delaware? He has no power. He has limited power.
Yes.
That's why, because he had limited power.
Now, do you see how things just get swept under the rug and saved for a later date? And by that time,
Nobody cares.
all your circumstances and all your facts are
Statute
skewed.
of limitations are expiring. A lot of this stuff right away, left and right. The 2014 case is gone. It's done. One and done. They had tremendous evidence presented.
Right.
That 2 years ago, they could have put people in prison by now.
Yeah, sure.
They'd be serving the first stint of their 10 years or so.
And by the time they get through all this Biden son's mess.
Yeah. It's all gone.
That's
One and
right.
gone.
It is gone.
Let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk. I got to recover. Freedom.
Yeah.
97.1, 1120 AM, WSMA. Don't go too far from your radio. We'll be right back.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right, tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you want to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition, or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is now open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice and sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro in Hubert.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, Saltwater Pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. Focus on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
Get your saltwater pool today. You'll love it.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Hey, we're back, and I've got one here before we get to Mayor Phillips here, but he's going to listen in, and then he's going to have maybe a comment, because I'm going to ask him. So we've all wondered, come on, stop it, phone. We've all wondered, at least I wondered, if the accused serial killer up there in New York, if his wife knew anything about the horrific crimes her husband is charged with. Rex Ehrman's wife apparently learned of the connection when a host of law enforcement officers armed with search warrants knocked on her door last week after taking her husband into custody a short time earlier. She knew nothing about it. How do I know that? Because she wasted no time. After listening to the evidence in the case yesterday, she filed for divorce. She right up front, she said, "Oh, no.
I'd divorce him too."
Yeah. First of all, he's a nut and he's ugly. So she should have done that a long time ago. I guess that means, though, by the time the trial comes around, she will no longer be married and can be forced to testify about anything that she knows. That's the way the law is.
Yeah.
So anyway, reminds me of a serial killer. Real close to home here, Sammy. Sammy Phillips is in the studio with us.
You must be talking about Marcus Schrader.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
We all know, y'all all know that he killed 4 people. I know that he killed 5. There's one aboard Camp Lejeune. There was a cold case that retired SBI agent called me, and we discussed that, and we came to that conclusion about 3 years ago.
Yeah. That's 1974.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
January 25th was the first one.
That was the first one. Then the second, third, and fourth one were
August 2nd and August 16th.
Yeah. I mean, this fellow, he committed the crime of murder. He used bank robbery as his underlying motive or outline motive, but
he was a murderer.
He was a murderer. I mean, he was
He's
a stone cold killer.
Evil.
He shot one of his victims point blank, right through her eye.
Remember it very well. I was standing there, did the photos. Ginger Rader shot her twice. The bullets crossed.
The story is that his plan was to bring her body back and dump it at the same bank he abducted her at and robbed.
Yep.
But with the police still on the scene, he left her
in the ditch.
In the ditch on the service road right across the street,
which was not populated at that time. That was Center Street or whatever it was. I don't know what it was then, but anyway,
he was he finally died in prison a few years ago.
And there was some cheering going on in Onslow County.
I'm sure the gates of hell opened up for him.
Oh, they did, and they welcomed him home.
That was.
I'd been called by our district attorney at that time because he came up for parole every couple of years or so, and too many of the people were gone that were up close and personal with that thing. I was there when he was arrested. I was there when he was tried. I photographed him and photographed the evidence at these locations, and including the 2 little teenage girls that he and his stepdaughter abducted at that crime scene down there in Bear Creek area. That at that point in time, I did not put the 2 together, but Bill Woodward did on that Sunday evening when he brought him into the jailhouse, because we heard him hollering at Schrader through the door. I know you killed these 2 girls, but I also know you killed these other 2 girls. And I asked Bill later on, how did you come up with that? He said, because there are not two people that mean in Onslow County.
Right. I know that I remember him, Bill Woodward and Chief Cook actually was in on that interview.
Yeah.
Back then.
But the chief was being quiet.
Yeah. Bill was a very good interviewer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He could get people to provide him the truth. That's for sure.
Yeah. The guy, all he would do was lie.
Yeah.
But the evidence was overwhelming. He was sentenced to death. If all of us, too many people forget that. He was sentenced to die. And then the Supreme Court overturned the death penalty and had to go back. Everybody on death row was commuted to life in prison.
Including him. But, if anybody ever deserved a death penalty from this area, it was him.
Oh, he was the man. Yeah. And I suggested all along to go ahead and grant him parole, but put in top of the Daily News headlines the time and the date that he's going to be released.
Promoting violence.
That's not violence. That's justice.
Retribution.
Yes, retribution. I like that word better.
If you didn't live at that time in Onslow County, if you were not party to it, if you didn't stand over those bodies like some of us did, you don't have a right to say anything else. There's nobody that needed to stay alive any longer
It
on
was a
Earth.
scary time.
It was a scary time. A lot of people were afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness that after the last one, Cheryl Potter Boyd, he was nailed. That was on a Friday. He was nailed on Sunday.
Yes.
And he never saw daylight again except being walked from jail to court.
Yes.
His stepdaughter ended up turning state's evidence.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask
Donna,
about her. Yes.
and then she came back after serving 10 years for her part in the kidnapping. She served 10 years for that. I blame her for a bunch of this because that with the Ginger Rader's body, the first one, in the back of his van, parked at his house that Friday night. He got up early in the morning, and at 15 years of age, she came out. She saw the body in the back of the van. She could have put a stop to 3 others.
Well, the story is that the two young girls that were found in Bear Creek,
she helped
because she knew them, and that was how they were
coerced them.
enticed.
She coerced them, offered them a ride. There's no doubt about it. Okay, we're going to get off that topic. Then we're going to talk about some good things because I get to see New Bridge Street with a chain link fence around it. No, it's not a prison. It's not a prison, but it's got a chain link fence around it.
It's looking good.
I didn't know that street was that wide.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it, so we'll get an update on that and some other projects in the area too when we come back. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Powerball lottery tickets been sold at a mini mart in Los Angeles.
The jackpot had been growing since mid-April. The $1 billion grand prize, the third largest in the game's history, which began back in 1992. There is another big jackpot up for grabs this week. Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot, estimated to be worth at least $720 million.
Fox's 10 Lindner. Police in Alabama say they can't confirm anything about Carly Russell's story. She says she was kidnapped after calling 911 to report her toddler walking along an interstate.
Her phone also revealed some internet searches,
You have to pay for an Amber Alert or search.
as well as how to take money from a register without being caught, a one-way ticket to Nashville, and a search for the movie Taken.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Investigators are trying to piece together where Russell was during the 49 hours she was missing. She says she escaped from a man and woman who pulled her into an 18-wheeler. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
All right, we're back. Live and local Real Talk, and our guest in the studio this morning, Sammy Phillips, mayor of Jacksonville, for a number of years now. You're running for re-election too, right? You still
Yes.
haven't backed out on that, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
Better
just
not.
checking. His Honor, the mayor, also a 30-year veteran of the Jacksonville Police Department, if memory serves me correct.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway,
Graduate of Jacksonville High School. Go Cardinals.
yeah, go Cardinals. Hang around on Fridays. We wear red on here on Fridays.
That's right.
So if you happen to come in on a Friday, you have to put some red on. First thing, the project downtown, we talked to you many months ago now. And the first thing I wanted to know about was this project downtown and the New Bridge Street project downtown. Downtown back in the day did not include New Bridge Street, but downtown now includes New Bridge Street because that is the new downtown area as well. And there are a lot of businesses there and a lot of traffic there. And a lot of improvements are underway downtown because I can't drive on that street right now. I guess I could, but I'd have to get a running start.
Progress is painful.
Yes, I like that. Yeah. But it's looking like it's going to be a great project. What's the final look going to be?
Well, let's see if I can describe this. You're going to see a different type of parking down there. It'll be you'll have 2 lanes, one going in each direction.
Right.
It's going to give more area for like sidewalk expansion, where you can actually have people walk.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually have, it should be able to entice businesses to locate down there. Even give say if you wanted to go down there and open a coffee shop or a little
and have a place
deli, you would have outside seating. There. It's a beautification effort. As you know, New Bridge Street is an older part of town, and there was a lot of buildings. There's a lot of buildings down there that we're actually in the process of removing, because, they've gone way beyond their useful life, where they could be rehabbed or what have you. We're looking at this streetscape. This is something we've been planning for multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what it'll do, it'll add some beautification, plus it'll be more attractive for businesses to locate in that area. And it'll hopefully bring more people to that area.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Parking has always been a problem for us out there.
First of all, it's hard. You park, but it's hard to get out of a parking space because you've got a truck beside you that you can't see when you're backing out into traffic.
So that's going to change, so there'll be a different parking configuration. I can't recall exactly how that's going to be. It's not going to be that diagonal parking that we've had in the past where you had to back up and get hit, from behind. But we'll add some beautification to the area, to that street, make it more attractive. We're very proud of our city, and we want to express that, pride, for people when they come here, they look at our city and they, we stand out.
Yeah, we do. And it's going to be better. Downtown has done the whole Court Street area has done a great job too, but still more to do. That's more historic though.
Yeah. Well, Martin Aragon and Lori, they came on Tuesday night's meeting, with their project. They've done a wonderful job down there as far as taking those old buildings and rehab them. And downtown is coming together.
Yep.
Slowly but surely. We never expected it to happen overnight, but slowly but surely. I mean, there's others, like I said, there's things that we have to address, such as the parking. If you go down there while court's in session, you got to roll around the neighborhood quite a bit before you ever find a parking place. But we know we have to address that problem, and that's something hopefully that we, the city of Jacksonville and Onslow County, can work together to resolve that problem, because we know there's properties down there. There's things that we could do to enhance that parking capacity down there. It may eventually be where we have to go up, vertical parking.
Yep. Parking deck.
Yeah.
I think they got 2 of them in Wilmington.
Yeah. And I think Jacksonville's at that point.
You're pretty close.
Yeah. So.
And there's probably some available land, or could be.
And I'm sure there's, it's something that, there could be a public-private partnership to do that, or even, down in Wilmington, theirs are privately owned, of course you pay a fee to park there.
Sure.
we know that a lot of times,
Well,
what
you
we've
pay a
had-
fee to park on the street too there. They got
Oh, yeah.
meters.
Yes.
So you
Oh,
know, your
yes.
choice. You either feed the meter
or
and you better run back in time to get that meter fed in case it runs out in 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Or face the consequences.
That's correct. And, you know, there's other things downtown. You know, with the Sturgeon City Center down there, we have a lot of events, and you know, a lot of people coming through there. And you know, past we reconfigured Court Street, and it makes it a little difficult right now to get out of there. You know, back to 17 or whichever way you're going out with that one-way traffic.
I don't have any problem. I'm down there several times a week.
Well, you know your way around.
There you go.
I know the back roads. Yes.
But you know, maybe reconfiguring the traffic
Yes.
traffic flow down there may be very helpful for
Yeah.
that. And we've had a lot of activity down there. You know, people locating businesses.
Mhm.
We've had several new businesses open on Court Street.
Yeah.
You know, that are going to enhance that area. And it's just a matter of you know, getting our city back where we can be proud of it, where we can stimulate economic development, economic activity. And I think we're in the ballpark now as far as, you know, getting things moving on New Bridge and Court Street.
Christmas is 5 months and 5 days from today. What?
The parade.
No, I'm thinking about the lights that should go across New Bridge Street like they used to go overhead. That would be so cool, just to be able to drive under those lights, the pole, but just to have a one or two blocks on New Bridge going across it.
It was very attractive.
It
back
was
then.
very
You know, you and I both, all of us grew up here, so
Yep.
we remember how that was.
Yep.
And,
We do. We'd drive down there just to see the lights because we wanted to drive under the lights. So anyway,
It's a thought.
It's a thought. Maybe we'll take up a GoFundMe account to get some lights and put them up.
We've got to take care of your boat first.
It'll be all right.
Okay.
It'll be all right, guaranteed. I got some guys on it.
Oh, good.
What other areas? I mentioned yesterday we had Anthony in here, Anthony Prince, and your transportation director, and a couple of areas there. I hopefully when you get the New Bridge Street project done, there are some pretty rough roads, city streets. We know that.
Totally agree.
Yeah, Johnson, Hearth, and Warren are one that I have to travel several times a week. Wham-a-lam, bam.
Yeah.
And you know, I know you can address them one at a time.
Yeah.
Can't do them all at one time.
Well, the thing about it is, I mean, there are a lot of roads that are in really need of
attention.
And the problem is, if we did them all, you know, we couldn't afford to live here. You know,
Well, that
because of the cost that would be incurred. But you know, like some of the streets, the city really can't do anything with because we don't have jurisdictional responsibility
Correct.
for it. You know, Johnson Boulevard, you mentioned there is a state,
Well,
is a state
and
maintained
actually,
road.
the bad part is just off of Johnson.
Right.
It's-
You're talking about Warren and those streets
Hearth,
there.
yeah.
Hearth. Yeah, those are streets, and they have a system. You know, of course, you had Anthony on here. I don't know if he explained to you or not. Their system of grading the roads and all, and how they prioritize as far as how we spend those precious dollars that we get for.
We just
roads.
barely touched on it yesterday.
No, we just gave them our
Yeah.
list of what we wanted done.
Right. we get about 1.5 to 1.8 million a year back as far as the gas tax is concerned, which
Mhm.
is dedicated strictly to road
Good.
maintenance. And to be quite honest with you, we've actually added money to that out of the general fund to help try to catch up a little bit. But even with $2.5 million, if you're working with $2.5 million to do roads, you're not going to do a whole lot of roads. with
No,
that.
not in a year. Nope.
No, it's you know, we got to have roads that have been on hold for a while because we have to coordinate infrastructure replacement. You know, we have sewer lines that have been in the ground for 70 or 80 years that need to be replaced, such as like on DeWitt Street, which is a rocky road also. I don't know if you've ever traveled over there by Elizabeth Lake and down that
I
way.
used to live back there.
Yeah.
In the 60s, 50s.
Yeah, I used to shortcut through there
Yeah.
all the time. I still do.
You know, we've had to kind of put those on hold, you know, so that we can actually, you know, of coordinate when and how we're going to do those jobs. You know, a lot of times these things are weather dependent. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that can put a hold on things. But you know, we're trying to work. You know, Anthony does a great job. He wears a lot of hats.
Oh, he
Yes, he does.
He handles. He's kind of like he's our MPO director also. You know, for the areas roadways. He works with DOT very closely, and you know he has his eye on the DOT dollars. You know, and he's pretty good as far as being able to. You know, stay in contact with our DOT reps in Raleigh and our state legislators who have helped us out on occasion. I know that Phil Shepard and Michael Lazar have helped secure some money for road paving.
Good.
But again, takes a lot of money. You know, I was all, you know, just to resurface a road, you're talking about $300,000 to $600,000 a mile, which doesn't go very far.
No, it doesn't. And some of those resurfacing, you have to go through and scrape the top layer off.
Yeah. Now, if you go to that length, you're going to pay a lot more.
Yeah, and then you also those sewer manholes and stuff like that. They have to be raised up or put down. It's a complicated process. It's very time consuming and very disruptive for residents in the area.
And I know that in past I've had other candidates for mayor suggest raising property tax to do the road maintenance and everything. But, you know, when you really think about it, our city streets are traveled by more than just property taxpayers in Jacksonville.
That's
you know,
right.
And to be fair, you know, of course, my recommendation was, and my attempt was to get the legislature to approve us being able to do a quarter-cent sales tax to go strictly devoted towards road maintenance, which
it's not working too well for you, is it?
It didn't work, but that would have been probably the most fair way to address the road problem as far as paying for it.
Because everybody who travels into Jacksonville and buys anything is going to pay that quarter-cent tax.
That's right.
You know, but you know, property tax. The people that pay property tax get beat up quite a bit. You know,
yep, we do
for paying for, you know, things that other people use. You know?
Well, I will have to say, even though we have some issues with some roads, pretty much they're all in pretty good shape. You know, there was some like Country Club now, that's a state road.
That's a state road.
And I mean, that's getting pretty rough and bumpy, but I mean, it's travelable.
Mm-hmm.
And the streets in the city that need some improvement, they're all travelable.
Well, I look at Country Club with the bumps and stuff in it. Got built-in speed humps. Keep the speed.
Might be the only thing that keeps it down. But you know, we have roads like, you know, a lot of people don't understand that, you know, North Carolina Department of Transportation has sole responsibility for Western Boulevard, Belfort Road, Country Club Road, Gum Branch Road, Onslow Drive, Henderson Drive, Marine Boulevard,
Marine Boulevard. Yeah.
All those roads like that. I mean, even the extension of Henderson Drive across, you know, that's a state maintained road. So
And it's up to the state to take care of that.
Yeah, we need to call DOT.
Yes.
DOT.
Call DOT.
Let's go ahead and take a break, do a quick bit of weather. If you guys got a question for Mayor Phillips, feel free to give us a call right after the break. Give us time to get through the break, and then we'll ask him the question, or you can ask him the question. And then we've got other questions we're going to talk to him about too. So hang in there. You're live. Our number, by the way, is 910-333-0139. You're live in local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
On the next Conference Gold, it's a taste of the Beatles, 1966-67. Music, interviews, and stories. Oh, the songs. We Can Work It Out, Nashville Mystery Tour, Drive My Car, Michelle, Yellow Submarine, Penny Lane, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Paperback Writer, Hello, Goodbye. It was a year of change. Beatles, next Gold. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Freedom 97.1 and 11:20 a.m. WSME.
Summer vacation season is here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension service. Cedar Point Tire carries all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire. Come ride with us.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
The Borough Restaurant and Bar in Swansboro is hiring. We're currently looking for experienced line cooks and expos. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. The Borough is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cino Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. The Borough Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cino Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
On your mark, get ready, go. The doors are opening in a matter of minutes at Tideline Marine. Take yourself and get on down there and pick out a boat. You can have that thing ready to go before the weekend. The brand new boats are available, and some really cool new boats are available. You want a small little John boat to go fishing with this weekend? Not a problem. You want a really cool craft to go offshore with? Look for those Spanish mackerel, the king mackerel. Kings are real close to shore too. And we caught some dolphin within 5 miles last week.
It's beautiful
dolphin. Yeah, nice little fish out there. And then, of course, the Aloha boats. You and a bunch of your friends can set sail, do evening cruises, sunset cruises. You heard of sunset cruises, right? Why not host one? Just tool on down the New River. And if you haven't been on the New River at sunset or near sunset, you're missing a lot. You're missing the boat, pardon the pun, but it's beautiful to watch the ospreys. It's beautiful to watch. If you get lucky, you'll see a bald eagle. I've seen those. And of course, the other ospreys, those that are man-made, they're coming in near sunset quite often.
Yes.
And the 53s are
Right
coming
over
in
top of the
right
house.
over the top of the river. Got some
Mhm.
beautiful pictures of those things in my collection because I go down there at sunset a lot. So it's a lot of fun, and it just makes you feel good. You can do alligator watching. You can do whatever you would like to do. Get you and yourself and a bunch of friends together, get a pizza or two, and go down river and have adult beverage. Just don't get dumb, and then just have a good time down river. Is that enticing you yet? I got 2 boats down there for you.
Well, just put my name on it.
I got your name on them. It's called Miss Aloha.
Okay, there you go.
Aloha boats been in business since 1962. They're not going out of business anytime soon. That's a good selling point too for those boats. They're tri-tune. They're not pontoons. They got an extra tune right down the middle, and that makes them more stable. And they it acts as a keel. You can drive it a lot faster. Those things you can pull water skis. You can pull tubes. You can try to throw your grandchildren off like I do mine up and down the river, and she goes airborne, and she just laughs her butt off.
Yeah.
So anyway, Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Stop by in 5 minutes. The gates will be open, and they will be ready for business. Offshore today, winds out of the west 10 to 15 knots, becoming southwesterly 15 to 20 in the afternoon. 2 to 4 footers, dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds in rivers of moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon. On Friday, westerly winds 15 to 20 with gusts to 25, diminishing to 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5, dominant period 5 seconds. Sounds in rivers choppy, diminishing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. And on Saturday, westerly winds. When the winds are from the west, the fishing is best, only about 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4, sounds in rivers a light chop.
And today we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Partly sunny with a high near 92. Heat index values as high as 102. Friday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near values as high as 102. And Saturday, after 2 p.m. mostly sunny with a high near 89. We have cold front coming in.
Yeah, well, I'll be freezing. Good gracious.
I'll be turning on the heat.
Yeah. Mayor Sammy Phillips is our guest in duty. Our number, if you want to chime in, 910-333-019. I think I've gotten that right every time I've said it for the last month or two, right?
You've done so well.
I used to mix it up so bad.
When I go to give my number now, I give that one. So,
I've done that too.
yes. But let's move on to the talk about the 400 acres.
Okay.
So I know that the city will be sending out a survey to certain residents, and they will also be putting a link on a website where people can go in and give their opinions, which I think that's a fantastic idea. But we're still talking about this 400 acres that was bought by the city that's right at the end of Western Boulevard over in the Williamsburg area, housing area, going down that road. So go ahead and talk a little bit about that.
Well, we were looking for possible locations. You know, we have a huge demand on athletic fields, athletic resources, you know, for our folks that live here in Jacksonville. And the challenge was to find a suitable and a big enough tract of land that we could actually, you know, get something accomplished on. So we ended up buying that property down in Williamsburg, which it's about 400 acres, but about probably a little over half of it, you know, is considered wetlands, but it's not wetlands. It's not restricted wetlands where you can't do something with, you know, like trails and that sort of thing.
Cool.
So, you know, so what we're looking at doing is we're working with a group, McAdams Group. Matter of fact, I'm meeting with them this afternoon to discuss, you know, some of the planning parts of it. We're looking to be able to do multiple things on that property. We know we have a need for fields. There's no doubt about that. You know, we've got all these sporting groups. We've got soccer, lacrosse, we got baseball, we got football, we got, you know, all these different sports, and you know, it's hard to accommodate all the teams that need practice fields and playing fields. Also, you know, there's some opportunity there for us to work with other partners, you know, to be able to create something really significant for our community. You know, I've been actually talking with Tim Foster, the chair of the county commission, about maybe us doing something mutually there where we can actually combine resources and effort to possibly do something between us, which I think would be a great idea.
A multi-sports complex type thing.
Yes. And, you know, that is an ideal spot, you know, when you really look at economic development side of it, that, you know, we have Western Boulevard, which is still progressively developing. We have all our most of our restaurants, hotels, and all located right in that area. You know, we could actually get, you know, this could actually put us in position to have bigger events here, you know, to bring people from the outside, not only to, you know, I mean, not only just to accommodate our folks here that live in Jacksonville, but also, you know, bring in events, bring in people for major events here.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, a sideline there, you know, we spent a little bit of money on developing the Jack Amyette recreation complex.
That's amazing development.
And we had a baseball game over there Monday
last week.
Ago Monday, and what an event! You know, our team, the Jacksonville Ospreys. You're talking about Ospreys a few minutes ago. The Jacksonville Ospreys, they won't come online until 2024. Right. You know, the team owners and they're getting all their everything together, but they had a game that
an
Monday, 2 weeks
game.
ago.
Yeah, it was great.
Exhibition game. We brought in a Wilmington team and well, actually a
Brunswick
County team and a Kinston team,
Right.
and they had a food truck. They had other concessions and all. But you know, this is two foreign teams that come in and played when we still drew over 1,200 people, which was.
And I think it would have been more had it not been for the weather.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a threatening day. Our crews had to work for 2 days to get that ball field in condition to be able to play on. But it's a lot different ball field than I played on when I was.
Well, you know, I was going to bring that up. Kudos to the city for that, for what y'all have done out there. It's beautiful, and kudos to the city for the event that night. You know, what part you took in it. And I know talking to the Patinos, they said that they were going to be meeting with the city to discuss the event that night and to see if there was anything they could have done better. But I'm telling you, between them and the city, I didn't see anything that there was any reason to have a concern or complaint. I think it was beautiful.
I think you got so lucky in this thing, maybe because of pre-planning too. But you know, a little bit of luck here. You got the New River Shopping Center right across the street, which is vacant at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
You got enough parking out there to overflow that field with people if they want to, right?
Right.
All you have to do is have a crossing guard.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, right now there's plenty of parking, but who knows what's going to happen in 2024 when we actually have our own home team here.
Right.
You know, we've got to have to make arrangements for seating.
Yes.
You know, the center field. If you looked out there in the outfield, around the outfield fence, you saw a lot of people sitting out there in their lounge chairs
all around the fence.
But you know, I can only see things being very positive as far as bringing this team, the Patinos bringing this team in, you know, and getting, you know, Jacksonville, I mean, we got a community that loves baseball.
About time.
Right.
You got a lot of Marines that come from New York. They come from other areas where they get to see baseball on a regular basis.
Yeah.
No problem. You don't have that here. Some of them travel to Moorhead. Some of them have traveled to Kinston, because I've been to Moorhead several times. What a beautiful field that is. But that's 40 miles away, 45 miles away to the ball field.
And you know, this is a jumping in point here for us. You know, who knows what this is going to lead to? You know,
That's right.
You know, some of these teams like Kinston. You know, Kinston. I think they've lost their franchise as far as the
they have.
Major League Baseball. But Who knows where we can get to? I know there's been efforts in the past, that didn't quite make it to the cutting room floor. I mean, it made it, it didn't make it to the reel, but I know 20 some odd years ago, there was an attempt to bring baseball to Jacksonville.
Bought into that at the time.
And I think the problem was that I think the effort was trying to bring it in too strong to begin with, and I think the cost
This is the right step.
Right. Yeah. And this is
find a need for it, then expand from there.
I'm so proud of our city. I mean, this is ours. This is ours, something we can call ours now. And it's just.
And quit telling me there ain't nothing to do in Jacksonville.
Don't get tired of that.
I do. I get
We're
so tired of
growing
that.
up, aren't we? We're really growing up.
There's a lot of country. There's a lot of states in this great country here that you can't drive to the beach in 20 minutes, or you can't drive to the mountains in 6 hours.
That river is beautiful.
Yeah.
Do not discount the new river as we used to when it was filthy.
That has come a long way.
That has come a long way, baby. It's a beautiful river.
You've got Sturgeon City that is very educational for the kids and offers us a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot to do, but I'm just so happy. Baseball team we can call ours. And now we're looking at the YMCA opening soon, which is great. And then we're looking at the possibility of a multi-purpose, multi-sports complex here in the city.
All right. And when we talk about a multi-purpose facility, we're talking about something not just only for sports, but you could have concerts.
Yes.
You could bring cultural events to the city, which we've been lacking in the past.
Marine Corps Ball.
Marine Corps balls.
Conventions, all sorts of stuff.
But again, going back to that, to be able to do it nice, I think it would be great if we could bring in additional partners that.
I think you almost have to.
I think we could create a lot better product if we do it together versus if we try to do it
right.
On our own. So
yeah, I mean but I think your decision to ask the people for their opinion is a very, very smart move.
I think
so. You can get a lot of ideas.
I think one of those people that you need to talk to would be Marine Corps Base.
Yeah, and they will be involved in this.
It's going to benefit them too.
Because the command, we have a very good relationship with the command staff, the command folks out there, and the military civilian community is so interwoven now that it's
better than it was when we were growing up.
Absolutely.
Oh, certainly.
It was us against them.
Yes.
It really was. It was this side of the fence, that side of the fence, and it's not like that anymore.
We are the military here in Jacksonville, so.
But yes, we're definitely going to bring in the Marine Corps, the military folks into this conversation.
Okay, the Welcome Center.
Yes.
Okay, the Welcome Center.
We're going to fly a Marine Corps flag up there, a state flag,
probably so,
and maybe a Navy flag because we got a big Navy contingent here.
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of move. Well, we're still working on that one.
I understand.
It kind of got put on the back burner, because we had other things that took over priority. But that piece of land's not going anywhere.
Nope.
So, it's given us time to come up with a better plan, a better way of doing it. So, there'll be more discussions on that. And, of course, there was the pavilion that was going to be built down at Kerr Street Marina, which has kind of been put on the back burner also. So, these are things that will probably come back up, but right now, they're still in the planning phase, and those plans could be subject to change depending on what we just establish as being a need.
Okay, good.
So,
let's take a break. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces prices for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If your plans include travel or getting on the water this summer, please do so responsibly. This reminder courtesy of Waterway Realty in Swansboro. If you are looking to purchase a second home, condominium, cottage, or just a little fishing hut to get away in, Waterway Realty can help. Buying a new or second home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, but it doesn't need to be complicated. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro, can help. Waterway Realty offers personalized service and experience when buying a home and will answer all the questions you may have about schools, transportation, shopping, and all that goes into buying a home other than just the price. Todd Matthews is a local boy growing up in Swansboro and is ready to help you find the home you're looking for. Give Todd a call today, 910-330-8659. Waterway 406 West Corbin Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands. Like you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only proper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301 E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301 E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
All right, we're back live and local. Our guest in the studio is Mayor Sammy Phillips of the great city of Jacksonville, also retired lawman. So I'm going to go to the lawman thing here for just a second. And you've taught BLET. You've been involved in that.
Right.
It's basic law enforcement training. So you've been in the training arena. Things have evolved a lot since my first 60-hour basic course. And then I had to take a 160, I think, and then I ended up with the last one was a 400 or whatever the last one that I ended up with. Maybe it was 600. I don't know. It's been a lot of hours over the years. Let me ask you this. I know you if the Jacksonville PD goes through something called de-escalation, yada, yada, yada. Officers are taught all sorts of de-escalation things. I've got an idea for BLET.
Okay.
I came up with it last night. We were having dinner at a restaurant, and the bartender, they weren't real busy at the time, and they had a short staff. So she was working the tables, okay? And we were there early. And so she came around. She's very personable, and she could, she carried on a great conversation being the bartender. She could do that. Why not require, and bartenders have to de-escalate a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not require every BLET student to go work in a bar before graduation for 3 months? What a training program that would be.
Yeah, the bartenders, you're right. They have to balance things a lot of times as far as,
And they don't have a badge. They don't got a gun. They got no blackjacks.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to talk them down.
Our officers are very highly trained in de-escalation and dealing with mental health problems.
Yeah.
So, it's a different type of policing now than when I first went in back in 1974. It's a like you say, my basic training was 160 hours also back in May of 1974. But since that time, I've had thousands of hours of training.
No doubt.
But our department, I'm very proud of where our department is now.
So am I.
I'm proud of the fact that our department works closely with different communities. We establish good lines of communication with members of all the communities in Jacksonville, all the areas, and but the fact that our officers are trained now to be able to bring a bad situation down, to end without anybody going and being injured, getting hurt. I think that's one of the things that I'm most proud of is the fact that our use of force is just very minimal,
negligible,
very very negligible. It's gone down so much, and I attribute a lot of that to the leadership over there with Chief Gennaro and his staff. They've done a wonderful job as far as that department is concerned. I would put our police department, our public safety department, above any in the state as far as the amount of training they get, the quality of the officers, and how they do their job.
Retention rate, how is it?
It has improved dramatically.
LA since 2019 has lost 1,000 of its 6,000 cops.
Well,
that's a heck of a turnover rate.
Sure is.
Well, we've all indications from what I've seen, we have reversed the attrition rate as far as most of our city positions.
That's good.
So
we're in good standing.
I
I
have
like
a
that.
question for you too.
Okay.
Driving through the city streets like Henderson, Onslow, see a lot of buildings that used to be active businesses. And since I would say probably the start of Florence, it did a lot of damage to the businesses. Businesses have closed and moved on, but you've got all these vacant buildings now that have somewhat become an eyesore. Is there anything that the city's doing to working on maybe with the owners of these buildings to either take them out or improve the looks on them?
Right. Yes, we do. Our neighborhood services, work real hard as far as identifying these structures. We try to work with the property owners. We try to do what we can. As far as some of them have been damaged so much that it's almost to the point where they would never be able to bring them up to code to the codes. And I know I think that we have done a really good job as far as working with the folks that own these businesses. I know some of the ones that you're talking about, like on Henderson
sad,
Drive. I mean, one of my favorite restaurants got closed up. And,
yes, I know which one you're talking about. Yes,
I actually have gone by there and seen that the building has been kind of restored now, and all the signs and stuff are off the building, and
yes.
it looks like they may be getting pretty much ready to reopen over there. Something, I don't
That'd
know.
be
I don't know if
great.
it'll be the same business that was over there.
Yeah, I see a lot of the stores that used to be open, shopping centers, buildings used to be owned by mom and pops, and they're no longer open. The buildings are looking really horrible. The landscaping out front is out of control. I mean, it's not a lot, but it just kind of makes you sad. But then
Yeah, I
again,
know.
I'm thinking, how long can we let them sit there?
Yeah.
Can we do something?
Well, I mean, our code enforcement people, they stay on top of a lot of this, and they do what they can do according to what the law dictates that they can
Right.
do. Let me bring up something real quick about the some of the big box stores that see abandoned sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Sears, the Sears
Yeah,
building
I
in the
Yes.
mall now. I saw something on TV the other day about an entrepreneur who has leased out one of these empty box stores and turned them into indoor pickleball courts. Pickleball is
Really?
is a
Wow.
growing
Yes,
thing.
it is.
But anyway, they charge admission. They charge. You have to pay to go play in there, but they got indoor pickleball courts. That's ideal for a large box store.
Well,
You can
it
put
is.
several courts in there.
It'd be
But,
ideal, yeah.
That's
Just
smart,
a thought.
yeah.
Just a thought to throw out there to any of our local entrepreneurs that want to invest in something.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and put it on record. And Kelly and I want to see a Top Golf.
Top Golf.
We
yeah.
want a Top Golf. So anybody out there listening, bring a Top Golf to Jacksonville.
Where's the most closest one?
Myrtle Beach.
Is it Myrtle Beach?
Yes. And I'll tell you what, the times that I've seen or been there, which have been few, I mean, you have to just about make a reservation to get in there because it stays packed. So much fun. So much fun.
Well, I've heard so much about Top Golf and Dave and Buster's and a lot of these
Yes.
others. The thing about it is, we can try to recruit businesses like that, but they're always going to do their own market studies.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
they-
yeah.
They determine that, this is the market
Yes.
they can serve. And
Well, now we're growing
Mhm.
and we're growing up. We're getting a lot of new stuff coming to Jacksonville, so we may be more marketable
well, I mean, we're
eventually.
we're fairly moderate sized, what's considered metropolitan
Right.
statistical area, which, puts us on the books as far
Right.
as, a lot
Especially
of
when you can
businesses.
consider Camp Lejeune being part.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
So
Yes.
that adds some
And they-
numbers to it.
And the age groups.
Yes,
are big,
absolutely.
yeah.
So let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back with the final part of the show.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too. With the Cub Cadet zero-turn, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet, all engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard. With Cub Cadet, head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
At Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and Appliance by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing and local delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point. Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you want to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition, or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommend. The range is now open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice and sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro in Hubert.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right. Well, this has been a fast show today. My goodness gracious, Sammy. Any closing comments here? Come on up to the microphone.
I always enjoy hearing
Belly
about
up to the mic.
Well, thanks for having me today. I appreciate it. I always like to talk about the great things that we're doing in the city. Again, like I said, we're looking forward to working closely with Onslow County and to be able to get more things done for the citizens of Jacksonville and Onslow County. And I think we have a very good relationship with our county commissioners now and county government.
Yes.
And
this
creates that environment where we can get things done. Yeah, I think so too. And I didn't mention it when we were talking about the PD and the sheriff's office. Those guys are working together, and we know personally. Sometimes in the way distant past, that did not work out so well. Years ago.
Sometimes politics just get in the way.
Yeah,
That's right.
It get in the way of progress. So.
It's a very good one county, one city with all the other cities all joining together. So I like it.
That brings up a question. You used to every year, I can't remember, it used to have a ball, policeman's ball. Whatever happened to that?
We found a different, when I was there, that's when we stopped doing the balls. Then we found a better way of raising funds for a training academy. And that's what the purpose was for, was to raise money for the Jacksonville Police Training Academy. There were some situations that arose at the ball that kind of, when Chief Halbert was here, he decided that at that time that we weren't going to do that anymore.
I wasn't here during that time, so I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, we actually made as far as we started doing a golf tournament, believe it or not, and the golf tournament actually raised twice the money that the ball did.
Of course.
Actually sponsored a fishing tournament.
Yeah.
Get up with your tourism folks.
Where are you going to fish at? Don't tell me New River.
Yeah, New River's perfect. Redfish and trout. Oh yeah. God, you could have a redfish tournament. They do them all the time.
Well, the trout in October and November, that's probably the best time for them. Yeah.
And again, I'm going to put in kudos to the city, the county, the state for a boat ramp. Like, I don't know of a better one. And I've been to a lot of them. I know a lot of them who are a lot worse. I don't know one better than that one and the better use for that property.
That's nice.
We're very proud of what we were able to accomplish there. And again, like you say, that was a joint effort between the county, the North Carolina Wildlife and Fisheries people and the city of Jacksonville to make that happen.
And it worked well. The little boat ramp on the other side over there at the USO. Nah.
Yeah, you go by the Jacksonville landing on the weekend in the summertime. We thought we had created enough parking places.
No.
Oh, it's packed.
Yeah, it's packed. You would have never been able to get that many boat trailers and vehicles over on the other side.
Nope.
It was very limited over there.
I had a 25-foot boat at the time. I could launch it, but I barely had a place to park the trailer and the truck together. I had to drive around the block several times till somebody moved that I could pull in.
Yeah, and that whole project over there worked a couple of different ways. First, it created that wonderful amenity there where you can launch your boat at,
And
but it
made
also
pretty.
cleaned up the blight.
Yes, it
was
did.
pretty now.
Yes, it
So
did.
it's a nice entrance to the city. Right. So that's the one thing. Sammy, I went and talked about you running for a re-election, except for the very beginning there. You are running for re-election. Your campaign, your platform is going to be pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
Why change? You're doing an excellent job.
We're going to keep on keeping on.
Keep on trucking.
Stand on your record.
Do I need to say it again? Thank you for my stoplight.
Well, I'll tell you what, with the traffic, how the traffic has increased on Gum Branch Road coming into Jacksonville in the morning, I don't know how in the world you'd be able to get off a plantation on the Gum Branch without.
Well, I can tell you right now, at any time during the day, with the opening of Piney Green Road, that thoroughfare now.
Oh, wow.
When I drive down Country Club Road to turn on to Country Club Drive to turn on to Country Club Road, the most vehicles I've counted back to back to back coming up there, 26.
Oh yeah, that's a mess in the morning.
So it was a mess all day long because that traffic light will back them up, and there may be as many as 26 because I count them, and I'm like, okay,
I'm sure when you try to turn on the Country Club Drive off of Country Club Road, you're
Same
going to
thing.
wait.
It's the same
if you're
thing.
turning left.
All I'm going to say is I remember when Piney Green was 2 lanes.
Yep, I do too.
From start to finish.
Yes.
It was.
Mm.
All right, Sammy, thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. Y'all have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll do a Fox News break coming up at 10 o'clock. It's our double dose of the Daily D's with Rick D's. 3 o'clock this afternoon is Hollywood Man. We'll be in the house spinning all the tunes that you want to hear. And tomorrow morning, you better tune in at 7:30. We got Congressman Murphy, Dr. Greg Murphy will be joining us. And at 8 o'clock, 8:05, Senator Tom Tillis will be joining us. Boy, do you think they're going to have something to talk about things that are happening on the Beltway? Oh, it's going to be a time, no doubt about it. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. Go have a really good and safe rest of your day. See you in the morning.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., running for the Democrats' presidential nomination, testifies at a House hearing this morning about social media censorship. Some